Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for October 23rd, 2025 is now in session. All members are present as well as legal counsel. First on the agenda are the minutes from October 16th, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next are claims for payment in the amount of $83,282.88.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims for payment as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda are requests. We have some handicap sign renewals.
Good evening, Board of Works. I'm Aaron Stevens. I'm the Administrative Resource Officer with the Richmond Police Department, and I come before you with request for renewal of handicap parking spaces at 211 North 21st and 1106 Cross Hall Street. I have visually inspected both locations. The status has not changed, and I ask that you approve the request.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the handicap sign renewals as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next are street closures, the Veterans Parade.
Thank you very much. We come presenting this request for street closures for the Veterans Parade, which will be held on Saturday, November the 8th. It begins at 12 p.m. The street closures will actually begin at 7 a.m. for the lining up of the parade. The streets that are scheduled to be closed down are 13th and East Main Street, the intersection, 12th and East Main Street, from North A Street to South A Street. And the streets that are requested for closure from 12 p.m. For the parade is East Main Street from 13th to 14th Street. The parade is going to end up here at 5th and East Main Street.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the street closure for the Veterans Parade as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda are bid openings. We'll be opening for the following properties. 64 Northwest K Street, 101 Northwest G Street, 215 Northwest K Street, 423 Northwest E Street, 911 Boyer Street, and 1704 North J Street. We can confirm that we have publication?
We can. It's not present with me at this moment, but I do have it in my office. And it was published timely for 7 properties. One was omitted from the agenda because it was no longer needed. But for the properties that were mentioned,
Move that the proof of publication be accepted and filed.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve that the confirmation of publication has been filed and presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we begin the bid openings. All right. Let's see this. First bid opening is from Jarrett Trucking and Grading LLC. Let's see. We have 215 Northwest K Street at $5,119. 423 Northwest E Street at $11,586. 64 Northwest G Street at $96,084. 1704 North J Street at $4,700. 101 North G Street at $23,396. And 911 Boyer Street at $12,500.
Jamie, look, what did you say, 64 Northwest K? Did you say 96,000 or
9,600.
100? Okay, thanks.
96,000. That's a,
I know that's,
thank you. Next is from Cox Excavating Plus LLC. Mm-mm. 64 Northwest G Street at $12,400. 101 Northwest G Street at $14,450. 215 Northwest K Street at $19,000. 423 North E Street at $19,000. 911 Boyer Street at $25,000. And 1704 North J Street at $6,300. Next, we have Mikesell Excavating. '64 Northwest G at $9,768. 101 Northwest G Street at $17,779. 215 Northwest K Street at $9,058. 423 Northwest E Street at $16,296. 911 Boyer Street at $15,009. And 1704 North J Street at $12,158. This is from B&B Construction of Richmond, Indiana Incorporated. Sorry about that. 64 North G Street is $14,663. 101 Northwest G is $16,803. 215 Northwest K is $14,175. 423 Northwest E Street is $19,183. 911 Boyer Street is $18,973. And 1704 North J Street is $7,250. And the last one. Thank you very much. Is from J.A. Schroyer Group, LLC. '64 Northwest G Street is $13,841. 101 Northwest G Street is $19,560. 215 Northwest K Street is $13,380. 423 Northwest E Street is $21,230. 911 Boyer Street is $36,220. And 1704 North J Street is $4,835. These bids will be referred to the proper department for a tabulation and review.
It'll be the public hearing.
We need a public hearing? We're now in public hearing. Anybody have any comments?
Will the public hearing be closed? What, wait a minute.
Just suggest, looking at that paperwork, looking at the itinerary here, the first one you read off, 64 Northwest G, this says Northwest K. 3 of those bids referring to Northwest G.
There's a 101 Northwest G.
64, the one you read off, it said, you were saying Northwest G, so I don't know if this is correct or those are correct.
So we'll make a note that there's actually 64 Northwest.
K Street.
I don't know which one's correct, that or this.
It should be 64 Northwest K.
These bids are saying Northwest G.
So, yeah, if there's
Well,
an
There
error,
is a Northwest G.
Yeah, well, they're on the bids
Oh, they
themselves,
both,
they say Northwest G.
okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it should be Northwest G.
there's 64 Northwest K, 101 Northwest G.
It's 215 Northwest K. It's 64 Northwest G.
Okay, so they were read off right then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. Mr.
Thank
Powell?
you.
Mr. Powell?
Yeah. Where are we?
You were,
I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is, meeting is closed. And motion is approved.
And it looks like it was, it's not the proof of publication, but I've got the notice of letting. It looks like it was correct in the publication.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, so next on the agenda are bid openings for 724 East Main roofing. And we have one bid. For the proof of publication,
We don't normally do that one on, I believe that it is published by purchasing,
Okay.
but we don't normally do a proof of publication for that one.
okay,
And we publish it, but there's no public hearing
Okay.
on this one.
okay, fair enough, thank you. This is from Blackmore and Buckner Roofing, Tecta America. And the amount is $79,600. This will be referred to the proper department for tabulation and consideration. Next on the agenda are contracts. Contract number 152, 2025, Benjamin Simmons.
Assistant Chief Clark, Richmond Fire. Richmond Fire is requesting the board to approve contract 152-025. This contract's with the city of Richmond and one of the instructors for the vocational program at the high school, Mr. Ben Simmons.
Do you have a total number of hours that you anticipate he will be needed for the year?
It's a school year, so first semester, second semester, he's there all year. I was just trying to anticipate how many hours that it might be for the year. I can get that number to you.
But, okay, I move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 152, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is contract number 154, 2025, Red Dog Enterprise Incorporated.
Sherry Ritchie, Code Enforcement Department. Good evening. I'm here to present contract number 154-2025 for the cleanup of 1912 Western Drive. Bid requests were sent to several contractors. Only one bid was received. That was from Red Dog Enterprises for an amount of $1,400. And I'm now asking the board to approve contract number 154-2025 to Red Dog Enterprises, Inc., in an amount not to exceed $1,400.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 154, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is contract number 157, 2025 to Avenue.
Matt Keller, Director of Public Operations Engineering. Contract number 157, 2025, the city retains contractor to provide professional and consulting services in connection with development plan proposal for the Northwest 5th Street Corridor revitalization study as requested by the Office of the Mayor. This is to not exceed $174,000, and this has been approved by the Redevelopment Commission.
Matt, do you have a time frame on this?
9/6/2026. So September of 26.
Okay.
So, Matt, can you give just a little bit more background to,
Yes,
those
so-
watching at home?
Yeah, so this is to come up with some ideas for the Northwest 5th Street corridor from the I-70 ramp into town. And it's to see what we can do to redevelop that area as it's a major thoroughfare through, or to get to town off of I-70. And it's to figure out creative ways and how to better the community with whether it's business or stops, whatever it is. This is the initial look at that,
There hasn't been one done in the past or that you're aware of?
not to my knowledge, no.
There has not, we've discussed this on the Plan Commission also. There's a definite need for it, and has been for years. And basically, from the interstate all the way in, we've had some different, like the pool man that's just developed out on Northwest Fifth Street, he wanted to put a big pool in out there. And a lot of the different businesses are right on where there isn't a sidewalk, right on the street. So they're looking to try and get a better zoning plan in place out there, as well as how to make more improvements so it's a nicer looking entryway into there. Because most people going to Earlham College come in that way, And that's their first introduction to what Richmond actually looks like, so.
And we did something similar with 27 years back as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Improve that.
So I definitely would move for approval, look forward to seeing their plan.
Yeah, it's exciting, right?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 157, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is contract number 158, 2025. Dietz.
Yep. Contract number 158-2025. City hereby retains contractor to provide professional services for the design of a multi-use trail from Fort Wayne Avenue, 7th Street and North D to the Cardinal Greenway Trail. The project shall also include, but not be limited to, designing and improvement of traffic signals, curb ramps, pavement replacement, et cetera.
Once again, same thing.
The 5-point intersection into the Depot District where 7th and D and there's a cluster of roads there. From that point over to the Greenway Trail off of 3rd Street and D or whatever that is, that major, where the parking lot is, the major trailhead there. This is a study to look at how to connect the Depot District to the Cardinal Greenway Trailhead. So this would be a multimodal path to include biking, walking, pedestrian.
Is this tied into any other grants or anything else that we're?
Sorry, it is not to exceed 153,100, and this was approved by the Redevelopment Commission as well. There will also be a project focused on the intersection itself,
Okay.
which would be separate, but try timing them
Is it a
appropriately.
separate study or at the same time?
That would, the intersection itself would be separate. We're trying to do them relatively close in time. But this is looking at the trail specifically.
Really? I guess,
Well, I mean, also curbs and traffic, right? So it's also looking at lights, crossings on top of the trail itself. So that would be 5th and D, that intersection, that light would be, and over on 7th D, and that light would be probably part of it too. But I don't think this includes the actual study of the actual traffic. 'Cause there's been ideas about the actual intersection itself.
I just have a question on that particular one is exactly what, at one time, I think this project was to look at the
I'm sorry, this
intersection.
is for the intersection and trail.
Yeah, I thought it
didn't bid
was, in the intersection.
You're kind of making me
Then somebody
so,
came,
yeah.
they added the trail after a little
Yes.
discussion, then they said, well, how can we connect?
The way it was written on
Yeah,
here
okay.
is trail, but it is the intersection as well as the trail.
Okay, all right, well, for
Including lights.
153,000, I wasn't gonna vote for that one.
So is this tied into any other project, or is it part of the loop, or is it anything? It's
it would be
it's a
separate.
It's a standalone. Okay. Okay.
Matt, do you know if there's any discussion about looking on Fort Wayne Avenue, on the other end there where you come across the railroad tracks, and you have actually four coming into that intersection there also?
Yeah.
And that's really a bad intersection as you go in there. Lends itself to a small roundabout, actually, I think would be far more safe than the way it is currently
Yeah.
on that. So it might be something, I don't know whether it's in your department or who might look at that particular intersection, but if we're gonna do this one, we ought to do the other side too.
Yeah, and that has been a thought. We just haven't had anything kind of approved for that project yet. So I'm not sure when we plan on getting involved with something like that, but I do agree with you.
Okay. Well, if we get this fixed, then your next bottleneck will be right down just a block away.
Yeah, we know where the next one is.
Right, I mean, it's too bad that we didn't look at both of those at the same
Yeah,
time.
I just want to be, sensitive to the business owners down there.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it once than have to do it twice,
Yeah,
yeah.
so.
Okay, I'll move for approval.
Second?
A motion and a second to approve contract number 158, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is contract number 162, 2025 to Wesley Weiss.
Good evening. The Richmond Fire Department is requesting approval of the contract 162, 2025 for Wesley Wise. This is a contract between the city and the probationary firefighter to become a paramedic within 5 years. If he ever leaves, or she leaves the city, they will reimburse the city back at a prorated rate.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 162, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is contract number 163, 2025 to Santiago Velalandia.
This is as the same as above, a contract between the city and the said firefighter to become a paramedic and the reimbursement requirements.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 163, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is contract number 164, 2025, Brandon Mooney.
Contract between the city and said employee firefighter to become a paramedic and reimbursement requirements.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 164, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is contract number 165, 2025, Shane Berry.
It's a contract between the city and said firefighter to become paramedic within 5 years and reimbursement.
Move for approval.
Second?
A motion and a second to approve contract number 165, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is contract number 166, 2025, Carson Hawk.
This is a contract between the city and said firefighter to become a paramedic within 5 years and the reimbursement requirements.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 166, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is contract number 167, 2025 to Cody Saucer.
This is a contract between the city and the firefighter to become a paramedic within 5 years and the reimbursement requirements.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 167, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next is change order number 1 to contract number 52, 2025, Safety Systems.
Due to unforeseen changes and costs to the new lighting system to an upgraded vehicle, the fire department is requesting the approval of the change order of $1,627.14 to Safety Systems for the installation of lights to a new staff vehicle.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve change order number 1 to contract number 52, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next is addendums. I'm going to go a little out of line here because I have a note on my agenda. It's addendum to number 2 to contract 179, 2023 to Cummins Electric.
This is a contract between the City of Richmond Fire Department and Cummins Electric to do our electrical service and repair within the stations.
Is this a yearly contract or the one you've had and you're just renewing it?
Yes, usually most contracts within the city are a 3-year contract with an option to renew every year. This
Okay.
is one of those options to renew.
Gotcha. Move for approval.
Second?
A motion and a second to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 179, 2023 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is addendum number 2 to contract number 178, 2023.
This is a contract between BioCare and the City of Richmond Fire Department for the yearly physicals of our fire department staff.
I did have a question on this one. In looking on the agenda, it lists them as Holt, Michigan. Is that accurate?
Probably, that's probably where their LLC is located, but they travel to different departments.
Okay, so we don't have to send our people up there. They come to
No,
Richmond?
sir, they set up on site at Station 1.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 178, 2023 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is addendum number 2 to contract number 186, 2023, Overhead Door Company.
This is a contract between the City of Richmond Fire Department and Overhead Door with all our maintenance and of our overhead doors, garage doors, if you will, that they provide that service to us at a set rate.
Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 186, 2023 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is addendum number 2 to contract number 196, 2023 to Lexipol LLC.
This is a contract between Richmond Fire and Lexipol, yearly licensing agreement. Our policies on the department that are vetted by their lawyers and placed in there. They keep yearly laws and make sure our policies are up to date.
Is this a yearly contract or?
Yes, it's a yearly licensing agreement with Lexipol.
Okay. Move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 196, 2023 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is addendum number 2 to contract number 30, 2024, Evapar Incorporated.
This is a contract between Richmond Fire and Evapar. They do our quarterly maintenance on our generator at Station 1. It's a very large generator and a specialized equipment, and they're trained to do that.
In your explanation that you gave to us, you also talked about the $2,500, but you also talked about the $600 per warrant test. Is that in addition, $2,500, or is that $600 included in the $2,500?
It would be addition. This is a yearly test required by the NFPA on our, it's a backup generator to Station 1. If power
Okay.
goes out, it kicks in and runs Station 1.
So you need the $2,500 plus $600 for the test.
Yes.
So Kim, do you have any problem with adding that $600 on?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I won't be able to do that, whether that was already in the contract from the prior year. Does that ring a bell?
I don't know. This is addendum 2, so I would assume it is.
I don't have a problem with it, it's just that legally we've got everything covered that we would need to cover. I would move we approve it based on the attorney checking the contract and making sure it's in there.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 3024, 2024, referencing the stipulations as presented by Board Member Paust. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is miscellaneous, order number 1, 2025.
Thank you, and I do need to correct a error in my memo. I referenced a council resolution, it's supposed to be a council ordinance. So this is order number 1, 2025. It's a proposed statutory order providing for the arrangement of an upcoming ballot meeting of the active members of the Richmond Fire Department. Said order is required by Indiana Code 36-8-3.5-5.5, and it attaches the Common Council Ordinance Number 37, 2025. And that ordinance formally approved the implementation of a fire merit system for the Richmond Fire Department. So this is a housekeeping order. Once this gets signed by the board and the mayor, we then kick that order back over to the fire chief and his administration, and they do what they need to do to post it up so that they have, I believe they have a 3-session voting period for all the different shifts, but they actually have a date deadline where they have to do their union's vote. So I don't have anything else to say unless you do. But it's a standard housekeeping order that we've recently started doing.
Okay, move for approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve order number 1, 2025 as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the establishment of a new hiring list. Brandon Stephen Mooney, Santiago Valandia, sorry about that, Shane Michael Berry, Wesley Richard Lee Wise, Carson Levi Hawk, and Cody Stephen Saucer. This list will be effective from October 23, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the establishment of the new hiring list as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anything else to bring?
I did have one thing, I
Yes, sir.
don't know if it really comes to us or not, but if you'll recall back the animal contract, the $41,000, we kind of referred that back a little bit. I was not aware that the animal welfare had gone out of business until the other day, and then I realized that they were out of business and that facility was up for sale. In the discussion I've heard on council when they were talking about that just the other night, is what made me aware of that. And they're still trying to figure out what they're gonna do, where they may take the animals. It would seem to me that we would recommend to the city administration that it look into the facility that the animal welfare had. It's up for sale. It was listed at $137,000 is what it was listed at. And I know the city and the county both have worked with HELP, the animal shelter, and I know the HELP facility is overloaded, and that's why we kind of went to Newcastle. But it would seem to me with that facility there that and the mayor had mentioned something about building a whole new facility, maybe with Union City, but that's all gonna take time. Time you do it, we're talking a year or two down the road before something like that possibly could happen. That if the city could talk not only with the county who's working with HELP, but if the city possibly could work with HELP, that their director could utilize the additional space that Help the Animal have and use their people to kind of staff it and stuff with what they're doing. It just seemed to me that would be something that would provide space for, I think they had room for 40 dogs or something out there that, for the time being, that might help and assist in being able to have animals be a lot easier than driving to Newcastle with an animal on there. And you could have whoever the director is at HELP, that's just an additional facility that HELP would have on there. And so, I don't know, I thought I'd bring it up here since it kind of came before us, that it's worth looking at to see cost effective over the next couple of years. You know, how would that work? You know, HELP's got the people, you know, and they need more space. Could it work out? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not a business I do, so I don't know the complications.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me that there may be an opportunity there that, because the mayor said they cannot expand where they're located. So where do they go? Well, to me, would be a possibility. It's just in a different location.
Yeah, post our last meeting, I did have some meetings with some concerned citizens, and we actually had a list that, you know, we presented to administration at that time to give us some answers on. And so they were doing some investigating, and I was actually thinking about this a couple of days ago, that we need to go back and revisit this and see where they're standing at that, so thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Well, for those watching around the world, especially Terry Quinter, we are adjourned. Thank you.